Everyone craves greatness. Everybody likes a winner. But success isn't a one-man show.
Order! Order!
Behind every star is a team, immensely talented, powerful in their own worlds, but invisible to us, until now. These are the stories of the stars and the teams who strive to make them shine. This is the world of the VIP people. The West End of London in Covent Garden is home to an area called Theatreland. Here, hundreds of performances of plays and musicals take place every year. It's on these stages that many stars began their showbiz careers. We're going to meet the people who turned children into stars of London's world-famous West End. We're going behind the scenes at Shrek the Musical at the Theatre Royal in Drury Lane as the VIP people begin their search for a young girl to play the part of Princess Fiona. A team of VIP people will come together to transform a schoolgirl with a dream into a polished West End star. First off, a casting director will organise and run auditions. Next, the musical director will improve her singing. An associate director will work on her acting. Then it's over to wardrobe and wigs for fittings and dressing. And finally, the stage manager will get her used to performing her moves on the huge stage. But first, who will they choose to skillfully hone into a West End star? Shrek the Musical is about a princess who agrees to marry an evil king, but ends up falling in love with the ogre who is sent to rescue her. Part of the story shows the lives of the princess and the ogre when they were little children. It's the part of the child princess the show's VIP people are now auditioning for. It's the morning of the auditions. Opening up the ballet room through the winding corridors of the Theatre Royal is the first of our VIP people, casting director Joe Hawes.
Hello.
As a casting director, Joe helps productions to find the right actors for roles. And having invited girls to audition, she'll work closely with the musical director and the associate director to whittle down the perfect candidate with the potential and the pizzazz to succeed on the stage.
Obviously, the usual thing applies. If they come out with a letter, they've got a recall. If they don't, they haven't.
Jo wanted to be in showbiz from the age of 7. By 15, she was working in costume and later moved into casting. She's cast children in Oliver, The Lion King and Finding Neverland.
It's not like casting adults. Smile, it's not the dentist. But they do have all the emotions that adults have, of course, the nerves, the uncertainty, the fear.
I'm a bit nervous.
She's just excited to be part of it, really.
Gonna try and get it.
Even after years in the business, on audition day, Jo still gets nerves.
I love days like this, unless, of course, we get to the end of the process and find that we haven't cast it. Then it's a bit of pressure.
Guys, can we start signing you in, please?
There goes sweetheart.
Jo's being helped by Danny and Cherry. As full-time chaperones, it's their job to look after the children every second they're away from their mums and dads.
We don't have parents in the audition room because we want the children to perform to us, not to their parents. And also because I never want to hear a parent say to their child, you could have done that better.
But before Danny and Cherry bring the girls into the audition, there's a difficult job to be done.
I'm just hoping she's small enough to get in.
This is the stick, so-called chipstick. It's 5 foot. It's very rare to be able to cast a child for theatre over 5 foot. And in fact, in this case, we're looking at 4'6".
Just over. Oh, she's just over.
We knitted at home though, properly.
I know, but this is our Bible. This is we have to go by this, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry. Okay?
Do I have to go? Yeah. Never mind.
If you'd like to go to Danielle, if you've got a label on, please.
The girls who are short enough are brought in to sing for the show's musical director, Alan Williams, and associate director, Ben Wolfe.
Come in. Hello. Might need to make 2 lines.
It's Alan and Ben that Jo needs to impress with the girls she's brought.
So we can do it one by one. Now this is your chance to do a solo.
1, 2, 3.
Jo and the directors will be seeing 100 girls in groups of 20 over 6 hours. The aim in this audition is to get through to the second round of auditions in a few days' time. They sing. They act. They find out if they're through to the next round of auditions.
What we're looking for is a very super voice for the number. It's a really important moment in the show, which gets huge applause.
And then the next group of girls come in to do the same thing.
The best way to impress at an audition is for the child to come along absolutely prepared. They need to know it by heart really well.
The song they sing is about a young princess locked in a tower awaiting rescue. But after seeing 100 girls, neither Jo nor the directors are sure they found the Fiona they're looking for.
So that's really cool. Yeah, I think there's just 4 possibilities who we should keep in the mix.
Out of 100 girls, around 20 have been asked to come back for a second audition.
When I stood up, my nerves were like going. Yes, they were like feeling so amazing.
Many congratulations. We would like to offer you a recall, and that's on Monday.
Jo can only hope one of these girls is good enough to convince musical director Alan to give him the part of Princess Fiona.
Those that can sing it, that have got the notes, they've got through to Monday.
Hopefully they'll practice over the weekend.
To say at this stage that we've got Princess Fiona is, I can't say that just yet.
It's the second round of auditions.
Everybody ready? The worst thing that could happen today is that we find no one.
You never know, I could get the part.
Well done for getting here today.
The man who'll ultimately decide who gets the part is the next of our VIP people, musical director Alan Williams.
You're great and we like you.
Alan's in charge of everything musical, from conducting the orchestra to perfecting every note from every cast member. Alan will work closely with the associate director Ben and ensure his shows meet the highest musical standards. Alan followed his childhood dream and trained to be a conductor at music college. When he left college, he used the contacts he'd made in theatre to get work, and now he's the musical director of this show.
So the thing I love about my job is being able to make live music every night. Every day of the week I get to play with talented people.
As well as the girls who got through last time, Alan's asked 2 girls who are standbys in the show to audition.
Oh my gosh,
The standbys never get to play the role of Princess Fiona. So as this audition process, we decided to hear those and audition them as well, to give them a chance to play, to be promoted.
Alan knows exactly what he's looking for.
Today, it's not only about the singing, it's about their performance and the whole package, what they bring to the role.
Unfortunately, most of these girls won't get to be a princess this time.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, girls. Thank you. Straight across the corridor. Okay.
I am a little disappointed. Oh well, there's loads of other auditions.
The girls who have impressed now have a nervous wait to see if they've got the part.
You can all now go, thank you very much indeed, and I will be in touch. That doesn't mean no, it doesn't mean yes, it means I'm not saying anything now.
A week later, and it's time to reveal who will be our Princess Fiona. This job goes to another of the VIP people, Associate Director Ben Wolfe.
Do you want to just sit down?
Ben's in charge of the show's acting and directs all the cast. He collaborates with musical director Alan and the stage manager, and is the key to helping Princess Fiona to understand her character, how to walk, how to act and how to stand while performing her songs.
Let's go again from the top.
After going to drama school, Ben started writing plays which he directed himself in small theatres. This led to him getting jobs directing bigger plays, and now he's working on his first ever big West End musical.
The scale of the production is something I've never experienced before, so one of the exciting things for me is to go on that journey with all these amazingly talented creators and actors and dancers and singers.
It's now time for Ben to tell one lucky girl she's got the part.
Of all the kids, we found that the one that we liked most we already had, but she was a standby in our company, so a girl called Hannah Gerling we've chosen and we've asked to be our young Fiona.
When Hannah arrives for another night on standby, chaperone Cherry takes her to Ben's office.
Hello.
But Hannah's got no idea why.
We'd really like to give you the part of Princess Fiona.
Thank you.
Will you accept it?
Yes.
Brilliant.
I got the party.
Now Hannah's been given the part, it's the job of her VIP people to turn her into a fairy tale princess capable of lighting up a West End stage.
It's a big step up for Hannah, having already had this part as a standby, to now step up and be Princess Fiona.
I haven't done anything in the West End before, but I've done like local shows.
It's now up to Ben to help Hannah through the first steps on her journey. The challenge for him is he only has 10 days to do it.
Time is really ticking for us, and because of the way the theatre works, we can't be on stage most of that time, so the time we have on stage is very, very precious.
In this rehearsal, Ben's telling Hannah and two other new girls in the show about Princess Fiona's life.
Her parents, and it's a bit weird, have sent her away to some tower in the middle of nowhere, guarded by a dragon, only so that at the end of the story she gets rescued by a prince. But what do you think it's like being locked away in a tower with a horrible, boring, yeah, really boring.
They need to know why their parents sent them away, and then what it's like when they are in the dragon's tower.
There's a princess in a tower. Oh my gosh, that's just like me.
To help Hannah understand what it feels like to be locked in a tower, Ben asks her questions about the words in the song.
What do we know is happening in that first bit of that first verse of the song?
She's locked in a tower like
Rapunzel.
and like the witch won't set her free, like Fiona's parents won't let her go.
On stage, as in any sort of performance, you know, if you can imagine something, you can tell the story more clearly.
By getting Hannah to imagine Fiona's life, Ben has helped her become a better actress.
I believe the storybooks I read by candlelight, my white knight and his steed would look just like the pictures.
That's really good. You've got a really clear idea, I think, about what the story of Princess Fiona is.
It's not about the money.
When she's not practicing to be a princess, Hannah and her theatre friends sometimes played pranks on their chaperones.
They had jam donuts and they slipped all the jam out of the donuts and put ketchup inside them.
Having checked her donuts for ketchup, chaperone Cherry takes Hannah to meet the next of the VIP people, head of wardrobe Alice Fitzgerald.
The thing I love most about my job is that it's never the same, it's always different.
Alice is in charge of costumes, and once Hannah's Princess Fiona costume's fitted, she will work with her team to clean, repair and keep this and all the other amazing costumes worn by the rest of the cast as stunning and sparkly as they were on the first night. Alice began her career in costume by studying fashion at university and then got jobs in wardrobe departments in theatres. 8 years after getting her first job, she's in charge of over 200 costumes for this show, which features a lot of famous fairy tale creatures.
Pinocchio costume, it's all printed to look like wood. This donkey costume is the most expensive we have in the show. Each individual suede thonging is hand knotted.
Donkey's played by comedian Richard Blackwood.
And it takes about a month just to do this one costume.
Some of the costume changes in the show have to happen in under a minute. It's the job of Alice and her team of dressers to make sure these go smoothly every night.
Our quickest change in the show is from a guard into the wolf, and it's incredibly fast. He's got to change complete costume and makeup and wig, and he has about 8 people attacking him at one time to change him.
Amazing, thank you.
Luckily for Alice, Hannah's Princess Fiona costume is nowhere near as complicated.
Is it tight anywhere?
No, it's fine.
Lift your arms a bit.
I think I'll get more into the character because I'll be wearing the costumes.
So far, the VIP people have whittled 100 girls down to the one who will play Princess Fiona. She's been taught to act and been kitted out in the costume. Still to come, they have just 5 days to teach her to sing, dance, get her hair right, and help her get to grips with the enormous stage. Also, we see the VIP people turn a young girl into an ogre. It was the second of our VIP people, Alan Williams, who gave Hannah the part of Princess Fiona. Now it's his job to make sure every note she sings is absolutely perfect.
She's learnt the song in auditions and by seeing the show. She's learnt it, but it's very approximate. She needs to get to grips with the real detail.
The way Alan does this is by practicing the song word by word.
But just hold on. But and don't carry on. Well done, because you're not sick.
Alan may love his job, but it doesn't come without its dangers.
23.
Hannah, I got absolutely drenched there. A lot of girls do this thing, which sort of means that you could get spat on. And when you've got a microphone on, which the girls will have a microphone on stage, the explosive sound can really pop in the system.
23.
Practice it a few times.
23.
That's better, that's perfect.
There are 3 days left until Hannah sings in front of 2,000 people at the Theatre Royal in London. Today, Hannah and the other girls in the show are rehearsing on the stage for the first time.
Yay! Yay, we're on stage.
It's not bad, is it?
I think this is one of the biggest theatres in London.
Right now I feel a bit nervous and a bit excited at the same time.
She learned some funky steps with a dance supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
She practices her song with Carly Stenson, who plays the adult princess.
You look just like the pictures.
Yeah, that's much better.
And works on her acting with director Ben.
That's a very good question, is where do you look? So, see where that middle circle is? So yeah, so it's all getting a bit more technical now, it's getting a bit exciting. We've got the clouds flying in, they've got the towel cloth in, there's the balcony. So yeah, it's lots of big bits of stuff.
In charge of all this stuff is one of the VIP people, stage manager Chris Hesketh.
Okay guys, can we stand by please?
As stage manager, Chris, or Heskey as he's known, makes sure that everything director Ben and musical director Alan want to happen, happens safely. From flying clouds to moving bridges, it's his job to teach Hannah and all the cast members how to be on stage without getting hurt. If Heskey's not happy, he can stop a show, even during a performance. Heskey wanted to work in theatre since he was 8 years old. He used to do sound and lighting in his school plays and went on to study it at drama school. Since then, he's run some of the biggest West End shows like Hairspray and Dirty Dancing.
Sure you're on there all the time, never step off it. I love being in the theatre. And at the end of the night, when you hear the crowd, that's not just for the cast on stage, that's for everybody that works on the show.
In the show, Hannah magically leaves the stage behind a cloud, and Heskey is showing her how to do this.
Go a little bit quick just to make sure you clear the clouds, and then just let that touch the back of your legs. And then stop. Okay. And then you'll be safe. and you're going to follow it off that way. Yeah?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Want to give it a shot?
Day number.
So, now she needs to remember how to sing, where to look, and maybe she needs eyes in the back of her head. Whoops. Try again.
It sounds easy, but when you're thinking of different other things at the same time, it's quite hard. So you're just like wobbling about everywhere.
As one of the VIP people, Heskey uses his stage knowledge to make it easy for Hannah.
Coming up, you'll see the marks in front of you. When you get to about here, you'll see that Fiona mark. Just slow down and you can slowly walk back.
I know it's today. I know it's today.
Magic.
If that feels like a lot to deal with, one thing Hannah won't have to do is sit through massive makeup sessions. While Princess Fiona only needs a bit of blusher for her part, every night the girl playing the baby ogre has to sit very still in a chair while head of makeup Lolly Goodship works her magic.
Is a heavy makeup show. Most of the characters have prosthetic makeup. That involves putting on a ball cap, the foam latex cowl, and then all the silicone pieces.
After the nose and eyebrows go on, the final touch is to give baby ogre some cute freckles. Before the big day of her performance, there's one more of the VIP people Hannah has to see. His name is Stefan Musch.
Hi.
And he is head of wigs.
Right.
Stefan is in charge of over 150 wigs that are worn by the cast of the show. He'll work to the director Ben and needs to make sure Hannah's wig's perfect for every single performance, cleaning, restyling and prepping it so it looks more Princess Fiona and less Prince Harry. Stefan comes from a family of hairdressers in Germany. During a childhood trip to see Starlight Express, he discovered a passion for wigs and went on to study wig making.
Okay, this is Hannah's wig. The wig is made out of human hair. You have to love hair and wigs. So, at one point, this hair belonged to a person. They gave it to the wig maker.
While Stefan enjoys fitting the wigs,
very shiny.
He also has to look after them.
After every performance, we undo the ponytail, we brush it out, we give it a little bit of a shine spray. That's it, princess.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that is it. After being chosen from 100 girls to play a princess in a West End show, there's just one more sleep until curtain up. The work of the VIP people is almost done. Thanks to casting director Joe, who helped get her the part, to Alan, who helped her sing, and Ben, who helped her act, to the wardrobe, wigs and stage manager. Hannah's now ready to sing on a West End stage for the first time. It's the day of the performance. In less than an hour, Hannah will be singing in front of 2,000 people.
Mum and Dad sitting in that box. Box B. Hello.
We're really excited and nervous. We feel like we're going to be doing the show as well.
To pull it off, she'll have to remember everything her VIP people have taught her.
When I went to bed, I was thinking about whether it would all go wrong. Everything went wrong, like everything.
This is the big day, this is it, it's really exciting.
How you feeling, Hannah?
Good.
Yeah?
Hannah's worked so hard and hopefully it's all going to pay off.
It's now time for Hannah to become a fairy tale princess.
Hannah will be really nervous, but she's very professional. So she'll be keeping calm. I think she'll be more excited and I bet she can't wait to get on that stage, and I can't wait to see her on it.
Yes, she will be nervous, you know, because when the audience is there, it's very real and it's you and the audience. But she's got what it takes to take it through, otherwise she wouldn't be here.
Here we go.
There's a couple of minutes now until the show starts. The audience is behind that big screen thing.
In less than 30 seconds, Hannah will sing her solo on a West End stage.
I turned around on stage and the girls had just moved and I saw the audience for the first time. I felt I was freaking out in my head. Day number 23. I know it's today. I know it's today. As soon as I started singing the song, I felt all right, but a bit tensed in the back of my neck because it's a scary thing because it's like the first time to do it.
Whatever she was feeling, it doesn't affect her performance.
I know it's today.
Hannah leaves the stage to huge applause. That's it, she's done it.
She did it brilliantly, she did so well. She absolutely nailed it, so she did the ending perfectly.
That was fantastic.
Thanks to the hard work of the VIP people, another star of the West End stage is born.
Brand new.